Hey there, shooters, good to see you again. On the table today I have my Sig Sauer P320 compact, and I'm going to do a little work on it today. Came home, got my mail, and in the box was my new Apex Tactical Action Enhancement Trigger. Picked this up online a couple days ago and just got it today, and so now I'm going to do the install and show you how it's done. So let's get rolling on that. Go ahead and put this off to the side. I'm going to go ahead and break the pistol down. So as you can see, we're going to do safety check, no magazine in the pistol, and we are completely clear. So let's go ahead and break the gun down. And we're going to go ahead and set the slide off to the side. We're not going to need that. Don't have to take that down any further. And we're left with the grip module with the trigger control unit inside. We'll go ahead and pull out our pin. We're going to set that off to the side. And pull out our trigger control unit. And ta-da, there we go. Go ahead and set a grip frame off the side. So what we're going to be doing here is just replacing this trigger. And according to Apex website, you don't need any tools to do this. Should be fairly easy. It's just removing this spring, the trigger bar, and putting the new trigger on. Sounds fairly simple, but I have the feeling I'm going to run into problems like I always do with stupid stuff like this. So let's go ahead and we'll start taking everything apart and see how easily it is. Alright, so it says to just push this up and out of its mounting hole. Oh, I see. Alright, so as you can see there, you kind of have to twist up and push down. Removes it out of its mounting hole, and there's the spring. And we're going to go ahead and pull the trigger bar off. And the trigger just lifts right out. Just like that. Now, everything I've seen from watching other people do this is getting the spring back in is the hard part. So we'll go ahead and see how that goes from here. Alright, and there is the new trigger out of the package. I got the flat trigger. There's also a curved version of this that looks pretty much like the original. It's just the same trigger but curved. Alright. So here we go. We're going to go start our reinstallation. I'm going to go ahead and put a dab of grease on the back of this. Well, I am going to put a dab of grease just on the back of this trigger here. Just the back of this trigger bar, because it was greased from the factory. There you go. Push it down. It locks in place. And it sits kind of back in this groove. Okay. So put it in, locks in place. This locks in its groove. Now we gotta get the spring back on, which is apparently the hardest part. So I'm gonna start with the bottom. It hooks in this little spot down here, and then somehow you gotta get it in. Alright. Not gonna lie, this is a real pain in the ass to get this spring back in. Okay, so it sits in there, and you just gotta like, so let's put this in, and then oh man. See, I don't want to bend the spring like that. Now I see why people are using needle nose pliers to get this back in. Alright, so I just checked on this. And they say put this in. Put this in and rotate it up. Put this in, rotate it up, and they make it look so easy in the Apex video. And there went the spring. Okay, so I'm going to try something a little different here. Try something a little different. I saw someone do. So bear with me here. Alright, now that we got that in, I'm going to go ahead and twist it forward and there we go. Okay. So what I found was if you connect the spring without having this trigger bar in the notch and then just kind of push it forward, and if you were paying attention there, that seemed to work a lot better than trying to get this spring into place with the trigger bar sitting at notch. So you just kind of got to fight with it a little bit, but once it's in, and you can go ahead and check it for action, and it seems to work just fine. So now that you got that in, everything's good, seems to work just fine. We're going to go ahead and put it back in the gun and put the gun back together, and we should be good to go, and got a brand new Apex trigger in there. Alright, so we got that. It's all in. Get our slide lock. Put it on our side, put it back on. Lock it in place. We'll go ahead and test our trigger. Alright, so there you have it. That's the Apex trigger install. Takes a little longer than I thought, especially trying to fight to get that spring back in, but once you kind of figure it out and get it back in place, everything's ready to go. And now it's time to take this thing to the range and put some rounds through it and see how this new trigger feels. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.